pot of coffee or you want just a cup?
I got yeah, do pick it here. I got this Keurig, right? It used to just be like old school coffee pot. I kept it because it's like.
Nothing feels better, like, as an agent, right? So, a couple years ago, sell a house to a buddy of mine. And at the time, he's nervous, right? He's not sleeping well, right? And it's like, it's all gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Like, this is going to be a great investment for you. Fast forward 3-4 years, list the house, sell the house. He puts $60,000 in his pocket after everything. Like, that's a huge win, right? Takes that money, rolls it into the next one, but he's able to pay off his student loan debt. He's able to have the down payment for his next house. His mortgage stays, I think, just about the same. I think it might have ticked up just a little bit. But by that time, he'd already had his promotion at work. And that's the American dream, right? Bought a house at a good price, sold it at a good price, put a little bit of money in his pocket, and was able to, keep that ball moving. That's a great story. That's not how I got into the business. When I got into the business, I remember it was my first or second sale. The sellers literally brought like $20,000 to closing. And that was a really tough one. Like, I remember I represented the sellers. I remember thinking, holy crap. Mrs. Seller literally cried at the closing table, and they drained their savings to sell their house. And that was really, really tough. So when I first got in the business, that was pretty common. People didn't want to do the foreclosure thing. And so now it's so much nicer when it's like, hey, put a little money in your pocket, move on to the next one, and improve your life. That's so much better. But so I bought this duplex, let's see, 7-8 years ago, right? So the market, 8 years ago was totally different. But I bought this duplex for $40,000. Yeah, I bought it for $40,000. It needed a lot of work, right? So I had a bunch of plumbing I had to do. By now we've done, the roof, the windows. We had done a bunch of work to it. New carpet, obviously, new kitchens. Really got it up. But it looked really, really nice. So we bought it for 40, probably in another 20 in all the remodel, maybe 25. Well, we just sold it, and we're closing on it on Tuesday. So had it for 7 years, rented out. I think probably over the course of that 7 years, our average rent per unit was probably like $750, $800 per unit. We had really low vacancy factor on it over the course of the whole thing. Well, we sold it, and we sold it for, Chloe, what did we sell it for? $235,000? $230,000? $230,000. So great. I mean, those are fantastic numbers. So we're taking that money, we're going to roll it into a couple of other properties. And I think that's the power of investment real estate. So we bought it for a really good price at a really good time. We put a little bit of money into it. We rented it out. We made, decent money on that. We definitely had repairs, and we definitely had some turnover. But then fast forward 7 years, we're now selling it. The buyer's still getting a great deal on it. It's now renting out for closer to $1,100 per unit. And so there's still plenty of meat on the bone for the next investor. Plus, we're able to kind of walk away and go find, a project that we're more passionate about. I think that's the fun part about investment real estate is you're kind of playing the monopoly game, right? You're picking it up here. You're kind of looking at the numbers. I think it's really important if you're going to do investment real estate. It's very number oriented. What's the cap rate? Are we, making cash flow? You don't buy these things just for fun, right? You buy them with the intent to make money. And investing in real estate is definitely not for everybody because there's definitely tons of ways in which these things can just eat you alive. I don't know. It's on the thing. It's over by the pheasant on the wall. I gotta take it off the nail. There's a pheasant on the wall on the other side of the far thing. I didn't change the passcode.